Asylum seekers are leaving their taxpayer-funded London hotels and targeting world-famous Oxford Street to shoplift thousands of pounds of designer gear. That's according to a whistleblower who works for a firm that tackles crime in the capital's premier shopping district. They said there had been a rampant influx of organised migrant thieves, with, quote, 70% of the people they detain now being asylum seekers. The private security pro told how the cops rarely attend due to stretched resources, leaving him and his team with no option but to let those caught red-handed go on their way after they have been detained for a maximum of 4 hours in holding rooms at Britain's flagship department stores. This week, we watched as brazen crooks left their Wembley Holiday Inn hotel clutching empty bags shortly after 1 p.m. and headed to the tube station, where they pushed through the payment barrier and jumped onto the Jubilee line. They exited at Bond Street and walked to John Lewis, where, with one working as a spotter, they scooped out items for around 10 minutes before one swiftly bagged a pair of designer jeans in his bag. After signalling that the theft had been completed by patting his bag, they left the shop separately before meeting up in Cavendish Square Gardens to detag their loot. While they did this, we captured the inside of the black bag, which was lined with tin foil, a technique used by the asylum seekers to block store alarm systems. Just this month, one man that was stopped in the store had close to £6,000 of goods on him, including a Louis Vuitton bag and Prada sunglasses. The whistleblower said, "We find that the migrant shoplifters all use the same techniques. The hotels are a hotbed for learning tricks of the trade. They will share the foil-lined bags and take it in turns to go to different shops." He also shared with The Sun copies of mugshots and ID cards from detainees, which, under permit, say claimed ID asylum. He added, "For me and my team, they are easy to spot because they constantly reoffend. Nothing is putting them off. We are helpless and it is out of control. So we are only able to detain a tiny fraction of them." The Sun reached out to Met Police for comment. A spokesperson said, "Across the Met, we're focused on tackling the most prolific shoplifters, as we know the fear they cause retail workers and the negative impact their offending has on communities. We know shoplifting has a huge impact on businesses and also fuels other crime and antisocial behaviour. Through proactive patrols and activity, the Met has solved 163% more cases this year than the same period last year. We're working with retailers to understand their concerns, and we continue to encourage them to report offences to us, as it helps us to take a targeted approach to tackling offending."